No campaigning.
Mashaba, can we get a soundbite from you?
Yeah.
How are you feeling this morning?
Well, a bit anxious. I think mixed emotions. As you can imagine, these elections are a watershed for us, all of us South Africans, to decide whether this country is going to be another failed African state or we're going to usher in a new democratic dispensation. I lived 34 years of my life under an evil system of apartheid, and I lived another 30 years under the brutal ANC government, and I hope the balance of my life this third round is going to be a round where we can start rebuilding our country for future generations.
What are your prospects looking like in Joburg? Sorry, Gauteng.
Gauteng, no, well, I think I'll be surprised. In fact, I cannot really see Lesufi in few days' time being the Premier of Gauteng. As far as I'm concerned, Lesufi is the last Premier of Gauteng. You remember what I did in 2021 when Pakistan was certain of retaining himself as the mayor of the city of Johannesburg, completely surprised the country. Yeah. I took him out in the first round. And this time around, being our first provincial and national elections, I cannot see Panyaza Lesufi succeeding. And it would be lovely for ActionSA. It would be good for people of South Africa for ActionSA to be the government.
You got some help from the EFF the last time, and we know you saying you won't work with the EFF. Is this still a strict stance of yours?
Well, I think it's easy to work with the EFF at local government elections because there are no policies, but I'm not mad that I can work with the EFF at the national level. I'm not the kind of person to think that I can run a government that owns bakeries and or open borders and so forth. So I think it's just not really possible for ActionSA to work with the EFF at national government level. It's not possible. And I'll never work with the ANC at all levels of government. And the reason why I'll never work with the ANC, because honestly, as far as I'm concerned, ANC is a criminal organization. Therefore, for them, it's completely out. I'll never work with the ANC.
Now, this is a big election for ActionSA in terms of national scale. How do you feel about that? Are you confident?
Well, I can tell you we've done our work the last 9 months, crisscrossing the country, working very hard to ensure that we are ready. Yeah, so as I'm talking to you right now, our teams throughout the country are doing their best to ensure that we can get as many votes as possible.
What's your percentage for national? What do you want?
You know, voting after 9 o'clock when IEC closes here, whatever you and I discuss, they don't factor that into the counting. So I think whatever number I can give, it's academic, and I'm not an academic person. I work with pragmatic kind of situation. So let's wait by tomorrow afternoon.
Are you going to make it to 10% at the least? Are you confident?
Action is going to be the biggest surprise of these elections.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.